Happy birthday to the podcast. Hell yes. Thank you everyone for your continued support. Keep listening, keep watching. Make sure to keep helping out by sharing the clips on Instagram, liking the videos on YouTube, and make sure to subscribe on YouTube, downloading the episodes on Spotify. Anything works. 2 years of doing this, and I still think that it's pretty damn fun to do on a weekly basis. I am usually always looking forward to recapping the week and making fun of the weird shit that happens. But yeah, I do have a special bonus, and then we already have some new stuff queued up for episode 100. But as a birthday present to the show, opening weekend could not have gone any better for the Pirates. That was awesome. The women's tournament is going crazy. The UFL has been added to our list of things to watch. And then Rashee Rice is out here playing Grand Theft Auto in real life. We'll go over that and more. This is episode 96 of Hoagies and Pierogis. Happy birthday! Live from Delaware, it's Hoagies and Pierogis! With your hosts, Ian DiCarlo. We're getting a little double down. Chocolate Rain. And RJ Hammond.
I just want some more hot tea in my life. Let's just say he was a good lover.
All right, as always, we will go over baseball first. And my God, we got a little bit to go over here, and I love it. Opening weekend happened, and I was so excited. I wasn't really looking too forward to it. There were some games that I definitely thought the Pirates were going to suck in, but you know what? Let's just go over this a game at a time. The opening day lineup came out, and Cruz was batting 6th in the lineup with Connor Joe leading off. Immediately I said, lefty or righty, it does not matter. Give Cruz a chance to lead off the game. He's fast enough. He can hit for power. He can do whatever. He's been pretty damn good so far this season. Of course, we're only 5 games in. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. But since I said this initially, Connor Joe has been ripping RBI doubles down the left field line like an animal. So I'm totally fine with this. But also in that first game, Cruz hits a home run to tie the game at 5 to send the game into extra innings. Oh, buddy, let's go. Pirates won 6-5 in the 12th inning in the first game. Oh, man. Not a lot of expectations. Mitch Keller had kind of a poopy game. I think he allowed all 5 runs to the Marlins. So not a good thing. Definitely not a good thing. But they bounced back in game 2. They won 7-2. A little bit more defense. A lot of soft contact, but a little bit too much contact in general for Martin Perez. He went 4.1 innings pitched on 86 pitches. So not very efficient there. Was hoping that he would be a little bit more, that he would be able to dig into the game a little bit more, give the bullpen a break. But the bullpen's been doing pretty damn well, and I like it. I'm liking a lot of things that we're seeing from Ryder Ryan. Chapman's using his splitter and slider a lot more. Fastball was at 101, so I'm not too worried about that now. But this was the game that I was looking forward to all week. Jared Jones has not just made the roster. He has made a damn good impression in his debut. He came out and he laid down the hammer with the open chest swag. Let's go. Oh, shit. 5.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts. First Pirates pitcher with 10-plus strikeouts in his debut since 1980-something. But he was the 31st pitcher overall to have 10 Ks in his debut since 1900. The 31st pitcher to do it since 1900 in his debut. Oh, I love it. The Pirates won that game 9-3, and they are rolling. Every time that the Marlins scored, Pirates bats have lit right up and come right back, retaking the lead. You love to see it. There's been zero issue with their hitting so far. They won game 1, like I said, 6-5. They won game 2, 7-2. Game 3, 9-3. Game 4, 9-7. And then against the Nationals in game 5, 8-4. So no less than 6 runs scored so far in any games. And oh my God, yeah, that's unrealistic for the rest of the season, but holy shit. I would not have expected that level of production out of the bats so far. And it's not even coming from like the main guys. McCutchen's cold. Brian Reynolds is, I mean, he's heating up a little bit. He's doing all right. Hayes is on fire. We got Connor Joe on fire leading off. Oh, yeah. Oh, you just love to see it. Everything's going so well for them. And even on Sunday, after Falter gave up 5 runs in the first inning and I gave up watching, he gave up only 1 run over the next 3 innings as the Pirates clawed their way back to stay undefeated at 4-0, and they won 9-7 in the 10th inning. I could not believe that they won that game on Sunday after falling behind 5-0 so fast. Falter, you need to get your shit together. First season opening 4-game sweep since 1903. That's insane. It's absolutely hilarious that Jazz Chisholm is complaining about the sun like he thinks he's Albert Pujols or something. Dude, the show cover was a bad get for him. He gave it to the wrong guy, STS. There's no way. I mean, that's karma for him calling out Rojas after Rojas isn't even on the team anymore and saying that his time with him as captain was the worst 3 years of his life. That's what Jazz Chisholm said. That Rojas being captain was the worst 3 years of his life because was calling him out because he thinks Rojas sucks. You two were the same exact goddamn player. Jazz, you hit a little bit more home runs and Rojas hit way more doubles than Chisholm did to make up for it. Chisholm is was a little bit above average from 20 to 22. And Rojas was a little bit below average from 20 to 22. So they had almost exactly the same line. It's kind of crazy that Jazz called him out on that bullshit. They were essentially the same player. What a dumb thing to say. I can't see because of the shadows. We normally play with the roof closed. Dude, you have to play in stadiums with no roof. I mean, get used to it. Jesus. And then, like I said, the wins kept coming against the Nationals. Pirates start out 5-0 for the first time since 1983. Oh, fuck. And like I said, Ryder was a hidden gem. Insane break on his sinker. 23 inches to be exact. Their best start was in 1962 when they started 10-0. So they can get pretty damn close if Falter's not the one starting against the Orioles on Saturday. So Jared Jones is in line to start game 1 of that series. We'll see what happens. I really don't want to get my hopes up, but Pirates looking really good with Skeens on the way. Priester's there in case they need another starter. I mean, oh, buddy, you'd love to see it. And it's Tuesday and the Pirates have off, so I figured this would be a good time to record. I thought it would be a lot longer before I'd be saying that I wish the Pirates were playing on an off day. I want all the Pirates baseball that I can get right now while they're hot. And last thing on the Pirates, it looks like they've watched the show before or at least heard the name. They're going to be releasing this monstrosity, the Renegade Dog. Now, this is a real pierogi hoagie. Holy shit. I'm going to need to get to a game sooner rather than later before this kills someone.
Pat is choking! Stop moving! Stop moving! It's like a wild animal! Hold still, Pat! Don't let it break off of there! Don't let it suck it out! Don't pinch the end! He's trying to choke me! He's trying to kill.
It includes pierogies, pickles, pot roast, all peas, onions, and of course the foot-long hot dog underneath it all. That's a lot. And someone quote tweeted a picture of MLB's tweet that showed where all the restrooms were in the park and what sections they were located in. So on Monday, we already got our first no-hitter of the season. Holy shit. The Astros are a no-hit factory with 6 of them since 2019. 6 and 4 years. 6 and 5 years. Wow. What? This one comes in Ronel Blanco's 8th career start. He's 30. He's not some, phenom prospect that came out of nowhere. No hitter out of the way already. And I was thinking about it. I was like, FanDuel had a bet for the Pirates to get 1+ hit in all of their games. I should have taken it. But then I saw this and I was like, oh, if the pitching is already getting nasty, I'm glad I stayed away from that. It was a great opening weekend for the Pirates. I got my big schedule over there from John, marking off the wins on the calendars. Man, I love it right now. It's just a matter of time before they start losing because they don't have the ability to sustain this. I really don't think they do. As much as I hate to say that too, I mean, I want to be optimistic, but I got to be a little bit realistic here with the expectations for the Pirates. They can't go 162-0 along with the Tigers, Brewers, and someone else is undefeated too, but it doesn't matter. Just care about the Pirates being 5-0. Let's go. Okay, let's get into the men's tournament here a little bit. I didn't really watch it all. I watched almost zero basketball. I watched one full game, and it was not a men's game, surprisingly. But thank the Lord, Clemson finally lost to Bama. Jesus Christ, that was a little bit too much whiteness for me. But the big story of the weekend was NC State moving on to the Final Four after beating Marquette and Duke fairly convincingly. Like, they're legit. Their 14 losses is the most ever for a team that made the Final Four. That's pretty impressive. And I always think that it's, considering that, Bama is smaller and they're faster and they like to pick up the pace and move well. The other three teams are very traditional and they have big man ball. Big man ball is dominating the tournament in these late rounds. We got DJ Burns for NC State, obviously, Zach Edey for Purdue, and then Donovan Clingan for UConn, who's just a monster. Actually, my sister was like, how tall is that guy? And I was like, I don't know, maybe 7'2", just a complete guess. And she looked it up. 7'2", that's right. Your boy can guess heights too. But yeah, the only team, like I said, without a true big man is Bama. So, but they're more focused on putting up points than dominating in the paint. So, I should have done a reseeded bracket for the Sweet 16, but I figured it would be easier to just predict these Final Four matchups. So I'm not going to go into the bracket. We could just forget about the bracket completely. It's 100% busted. Yeah, UConn is probably going to win, and I have them as winners, but I'm sitting at 9th right now. I can only move up to 4th or 5th in the bracket pool. So, oh well, got lucky last year. But yeah, first game up is North Carolina State versus Purdue. I think this is where North Carolina State meets their match. I feel like Purdue plays a very similar style of basketball. But who plays it better is the question here. I think Purdue will come out on top. And then the second game of the weekend will be Bama versus UConn. Like I said, I think this is UConn's tournament to lose. So they've looked so impressive the whole tournament. And we're beating Illinois by 30 at one point. You don't just beat up on someone by 30 and then go lose to Bama, who let Charleston let up so many points on them. It's going to be intriguing to watch. I do think it'll be a really good game, but I think UConn's going to come out on top. So that means that would leave us with a Purdue versus UConn championship. And I just think that the Huskies are way too dynamic for the Boilermakers, who had trouble with Tennessee early on. And Tennessee, even though Purdue pulled away at the end, Tennessee kept in there and kept it a close game. I think UConn wins maybe like 76-64. I think they turn on the defense against Purdue, and I think they keep the pace kind of slower. Let's move on from the men's tournament. Let's go to the women's tournament. And I was watching my first ever women's game, college or WNBA. And the hype is real. Holy shit. I was excited for this game all day. I, along with 12.3 million other people, tuned in, making it the most watched NCAA women's basketball game ever. And I find it very hard to believe that it's just, period, not the most watched women's basketball game ever. And holy shit, It 100% lived up to the hype. What a first half. They were going crazy. The pace was unreal. 45-45 at halftime. It was brutally fast. Iowa was on early, but cooled down and let LSU back in there a little bit. Clark really is like the on-court coach. She had 19 points in the first half with 3 threes. She was directing traffic so well, and you can tell that she has like more awareness of what's going on than her teammates. At one point, it was right at the end of the second half. O'Grady didn't know why Caitlin Clark literally came up to her and just, like, snatched the ball away from her. But it was just to bleed time, and even though LSU did come down the court and score in 7 seconds, it was the right thing for her to do, just to get in there, waste time. But yeah, Angel Reese dominated as well. 13 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists in the first half. This LSU team needs to feed her for them to be successful, as opposed to Caitlin Clark feeding everyone else for Iowa to be successul. And I really loved that contrasting style in that matchup. Dude, and Haley Van Lith, she can't say anything outside the game, and I don't think she has, but this bitch can't guard anyone. Holy shit. I know that the big ask was her to defend Clark, but she couldn't do anything against her. There was nothing. She didn't block a single shot, didn't even contest a single shot. It was really bad. It was, like, really bad. And those black shoes on a white woman looked ugly as fuck. She looks like she gets all blotchy when she gets mad. Like, all blotchy and red. And speaking of, like, contesting passes, these ladies were like the linemen in fucking Madden. Just putting their hands up, blocking every single pass and intercepting, like, every single shot that was trying to be made. I have never seen more steals where the defender just puts their arms up and it's knocked down. That was kind of awesome. I liked seeing that. But yeah, it was a great game. Iowa ended up pulling away in the third quarter. Sid ended up fouling out with 1:45 left. You know what? We don't hate Angel Reese. We hate LSU. We hate Kim Mulkey. That's the only thing. Angel Reese wants to sit here after the game and fucking cry about it. But girl, we do not hate you. We hate LSU. I hope you know that. She had a great game, though. 17 points, 20 fucking rebounds, 10 offensive and 10 defensive, 4 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Just filling up that stat sheet. That was a crazy performance from her. If she would have had more points, or at least more rebounds if she hadn't rolled her ankle in the first half. Or that might have been in the third quarter. I don't know. But at that point, LSU was down 84-72 with 1:45 left. So it was an awesome game. Like I said, Iowa pulled away, and then they ended up winning 94-87. Caitlin Clark ended with an NCAA tying 9 3-pointers, 41 points, 12 assists, and 7 rebounds. Holy shit. She is the real deal. Absolute real deal. First player in tournament history with 3 career 40-point games. And Mulkey almost gave her whiplash on the post-game handshake. Jesus, lady. I tuned into the UConn USC game a little bit, but I was really tired at that point. But that was also a great game. It was tied late, and UConn went on to win. So we got a championship of Iowa-UConn. Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers. I guess it's pronounced Beckers and not Bukers. I am going to start watching more women's college basketball. That was fucking awesome. And speaking of watching more stuff, let's go. Yep, we're watching the UFL. I liked it enough. We're doing it. What an inaugural weekend. Holy shit. We had NFL record tying, game-winning field goals, punters throwing touchdowns, a YouTuber kicking the shit out of the ball in kickoffs, and Wade motherfucking Phillips. The UFL has it all, man. And 3 out of those 4 things are on San Antonio. I think I'll pick the Brahmas to follow. If Pittsburgh had a team, I think I'd have to stick with them. But we'll stick in with the black and yellow at the very least. But I'm really intrigued by the storylines on this team. The biggest one being destroying the YouTuber. In 2017, the NCAA told him to delete or demonetize his YouTube channel in order for him to keep playing football at UCF. That's super shitty. And he was like, fuck it. At that point, in 2017, people were making good money on YouTube. So he was probably like, fuck it. So he has a whole bunch of like skill shots and sports related skits on his YouTube channel. And he became very like popular for them. It is crazy, especially now that the NCAA was like, nope, you cannot use your likeness in any way, shape, or form. I didn't really know about this. I think I might have heard about this story. RJ, I think probably RJ's brought it up before. I cannot believe it. He went from, making YouTube videos to being a real football player. And he's good. They kick off from the 15 and he's making it down to the 5-yard line every time. I know it was just one game so far, but I think he's really damn good. I think he just does the kickoffs. He doesn't do field goals or anything like that. And how could you not love Wade Phillips? I love seeing Wade Phillips on the sideline. He's just fat and happy now. But yeah, I think that will be interesting to follow. It'll be nice having some football in the meantime because, dude, this draft talk is driving me fucking insane. It's driving me crazy. Let's just start with this before I go into full-on internet troll mode. Patriots, maybe you should think twice about drafting Penix there. A 4.46 40? Really? I think it ended up being like a 4.5 or something like that. But even a 4.5 after 2 ACL injuries? That first 10 yards looked fast as fuck too. Like, he got up and got it going. I would definitely take a second look at Penix if I were the Patriots. Okay, and otherwise, just give me Drake May. I am so tired of this whole discourse online, like I said. Some people are getting really, really dumb. It's been a while since I put someone on blast for being extremely stupid on Reddit or Twitter. So I'll show you this bickering session. All right, this idiot posted on Reddit, the last team that should draft May is the Patriots. I'm sorry, but why would it make sense for us, the Patriots, to draft the youngest quarterback who needs possibly the most development of the top 5 quarterbacks, when we know we do not have the infrastructure in place to build up a young quarterback and ruin the quarterback we had? We're entering year 5 of the rebuild, and we want to spend another 1 to 2 years just to get May's footwork together and get him to stop making erratic throws? No, God, please, no. No commas or anything in Michael Scott voice. Draft the youngest QB from the least competitive league to join the least experienced head coach in the league and an extremely green young coaching staff? How about no? How about we trade pick 3 to the Vikings and focus on acquiring Daniels, Penix, McCarthy, Nix, or a Rattler? If we ruin May, it's going to set our organizational reputation back even further than it already is. Okay, first off, that's the whole fucking plan on why we got Jacoby Brissett, so that if we do end up getting May, he can sit behind him for a year. We're not going to compete this year. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. And okay, yeah, draft the youngest QB from the least competitive league. Okay, the ACC is pretty garbage, but he looked great on his own team that was garbage, where he had no help at all. I don't understand what his gripe is with Mayo being a head coach. Further down in the comments, he said, Mayo was a former linebacker. I don't know how that's going to translate to head coach. Bill Belichick was a fucking lacrosse player, and he's one of the best head coaches ever. It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter at all. What are you talking about? No QB is going to seed without a good structure. This too raw for this team stuff is bullshit and nonsensical. Next. I 100% agree there. It's not bullshit or nonsensical. It kind of seems like you don't want to think about it. What? You're the one that's not doing any thinking. I said, you really are dumb, huh? He said, yes, I know everyone in our Patriots think they're Mensa, But the Ernie Adams version, grow up. What the fuck does that even mean? What the fuck does that even mean? Thinks they're Mensa. Thinks they're part of the Mensa group with an IQ over 130, and that's the wrong fucking there right there. But the Ernie Adams version, all right, what the fuck does that even mean? I said I don't think I'm smart. I just know that you can't use the correct version of words, and that doesn't help your case. Good, you're clearly not smart. Version of words. You mean words? Vocabulary? I mean, yes, I would absolutely say that you used the wrong version of there when you should have used there. Or they are there. You're so dumb. Wait, I'll use a version you'll understand. You're so dumb. There and there are two different words, Dino. Okay. And people usually say there are the three versions since they are homophones. There, and there. No shit, they are different words. So dumb. And he hasn't responded since, so I'm going to assume he either just gave up or just is ignoring me, because that devolved from football to just me insulting his grammar pretty quick. It's making people stupid. The draft is 3 weeks away. I need it right now. Please, for the love of God, please stop these stupid fucking takes. And while we're on the Patriots, Matthew Judon almost got us all on April 1st. Holy shit. What a great April Fool's prank. Initially, when I saw it, I thought he signed an extension, but then I looked at the comments. Equestrian jumping is a great path in moving forward for Judon. I love it. That was great. All right, and this is interesting. Kansas City signed 23-year-old Welsh rugby star Luis Rees-Zammit, known to fans as Reese Lightning. I do like that. It is unknown what his position would be, but he's 6'3" and 212 pounds. You better start learning wide receiver, buddy, because Rashee Rice is wanted by police after a car that was registered to him was involved in a major accident Saturday in Dallas. And we do have dash cam footage. So from the left side of the video, you saw the Lamborghini and Corvette come racing up behind him, and the Lambo ran into the median, causing a chain reaction accident involving 4 other vehicles. Both the driver of the Lambo and Corvette walked away from the scene. I think there were like 4 of them, probably 2 in each car, and there is video of them just walking away. Someone's just like, hey, you just gonna leave this? You just gonna walk away from this? Like, what are you doing? The guy in the red bandana is definitely Rice. At first, I thought it was the guy in the white T-shirt, and I just assumed he was on the Travis Kelce off-season dad bod diet. It's crazy that Kelce was criticized for being chunky in that picture on the beach with Taylor Swift. But yeah, how can you just walk away from this? This is really some Texas shit. You hear about this happening in like the Houston area all the time, of accidents happening and then people just walking away. Apparently Rice is cooperating with the police, so we'll see. There haven't been any updates on it. It is almost 7 o'clock on Tuesday, so we'll see what happens. That's just wild that he walked away. Out here playing the new updated GTA early. That's crazy. And then a witness also claimed that guns and bags were taken from the vehicles before fleeing. So that is extremely worrying. Luckily, everyone's okay in the accident. There was one person that was taken to the hospital, but they only had minor injuries. So, I mean, someone had their kids in their car, that it says in this Daily Mail article. So, shit, it's insane. I really cannot believe that. Someone said that it was Rice's interpreter driving on Twitter. Let's check to see if I missed anything. I think I got everything. Unfortunately, this year I'm not going to the Pirates home opener. I would love to go. It's against the Orioles, like I said. Jared Jones is starting on Friday. But yeah, it'll be nice to just have a weekend at home, sit around, do nothing, play some Helldivers, where the level cap just got up from 50 to 150. So, I mean, I'm level 24. It's not like I was even close to 50 in the first place. Yeah, I love the game. All right, everybody. Well, we're going to get out of here. We're going to end this thing. Happy 2 years to the podcast. Still love doing it. Still love getting predictions right. That's the main thing. I said it before and I'll say it again. I started this so I can get my thoughts down and make predictions and pull back and look at those predictions later and say, ha, I got it. I got it right. So we've had a couple of those. A couple good ones. A couple ones that are obvious, but make sure you support the show by leaving a like and comment on each video and subscribing to our YouTube channel. Hoagies and Pierogis is available wherever you listen to podcasts, like Spotify, Apple, and even places where you don't listen to podcasts. Follow us on TikTok and Instagram for clips throughout the week. And I think that's it. Start eating your Hoagies and Pierogis. We'll leave you with this. Munch, 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 munch.